What is up, everybody? This is my Flash Season 7, Episode 6, and Supergirl Season 6, Episode 2, the one with the 90s and a few good women reviews. Time codes for both of the episodes will be on screen. It'll have the little chapter mark in the description if you just want to skip to one in each. There possibly might be some spoilers flowing in between because I ramble. But I'm sorry about that. But, that's really all. If you're new, please subscribe. You don't really have to, but I would just appreciate it. And I'm rambling. Let's get into this review and roll that intro. The Flash this week starts off with this lady on the phone saying like she feels like she's been working for forever, but then stuff throughout time randomly appears, like a person wearing armor. I'm sorry, I think it's a Roman soldier, a submarine, maybe from the Cold War, and a freaking dinosaur, dude. A dinosaur in Central City. Not like that has never happened before in the whole entire show. No, it's happened before, I think. But then we get a 24 hours earlier. In this episode, it starts off with the Speed Force, or we're gonna refer to her as Nora for the rest of the review, checking on Barry, and Barry's fine. But then Cisco comes in and he has a little nerd moment about this being the Speed Force, and how he's mean the Speed Force and everything. But then Cisco found a way to track them, so him and Chester are going to go outside of Midvale and play some things. But then Frost and Caitlin are moving in with each other, and Frost is trying to create art, which she just stapled a bunch of things together on a wall. And Caitlin actually brought a painting, and they're disagreeing about this stuff, and I'm interested to see their dynamic going forward. And so Cisco and Chester are outside of Midvale, and I'm sorry if I keep pausing. I have the Snyder Cut on in the background with no sound, but anyway, sorry. They had the machine, they made it, and a giant wave of green energy comes at them, and they like wash over it, and nothing happens except their phones are missing, and they're trapped inside Midvale. So then, while Barry is in the chamber, Nora and Iris are talking about Barry's probably gonna. Iris says something like Barry's probably gonna get a B, Barry's blanket burrito or something, which I think that would be very comforting, man, and very warm. But they're in 1998. Space Jam is there. I've never seen Space Jam. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch it tonight, I think. It's on HBO Max. So, but then while they're in the 90s, they're like, oh my god, we're in 1998 and stuff. But their device that can track the forces is broken, so they have to go get a new one. But yeah, they make a new one with parts from a dumpster, and Chester goes dumpster driving, and then they have to go to the high school, but they have to fit in, so they have a montage about the clothes, and it's you know the song, it's played with "This is how we do it" and stuff. I'm sorry, but then they interview a lot of the kids and not the kids, the people that go into the school, and they find one, and they track him. I don't remember his name. I think it might have been Peter. I don't know, but Peter basically gives himself away when Cisco mentions the Matrix and how, and Peter says the Matrix hasn't come out yet, which breaks the whole bubble, and he's like, oh no, I broke the bubble, it's all gonna start over again, which he's trapped in them like Cisco and Chester are, And Cisco's like, no, we're students, until Chester's like, Cisco, and the wave washes over them again. And the day starts over. It's kind of like Paige compared it to WandaVision meets Groundhog's Day, like that. But when the wave washes over them, Cisco can't remember anything. He's back to his 7-year-old self when he was alive in 1998, which they say is 30. He should be 29 because the present day and the Flash is 2020, not 2021. But anyway, okay, so Cisco got his memory back, and I'm sorry if there's any background noise. It looks like between the last audio clip and this clip, everyone I live with woke up and they're being super loud. So they go dumpster diving and see the newspaper, and it's December 4th, 1998, and that day is significant to Chester, and we learn why. But Nora is talking to Iris about they're in the they're in the West Allen home, and Nora tries out the blanket and sees the picture of Barry as a little kid, which is not the actor who died last year. Which, come on, CW, that was kind of petty. Yeah. Anyway, no, Iris basically says, like, he keeps that picture around because it reminds him of that night when his mother died or something like that, and it makes Nora feel guilty. It makes her feel like she could change into any different form, maybe my true form if it hurts Barry. But anyway, now we're in 1998, and we see this man purchasing the exact thing that Chester and Cisco need, and Chester reveals that to Cisco that that's his father, and Chester thinks at the time that his father didn't have enough time for him and didn't really care about him, but later we find out that is so far from the case. But and we learn that Chester's dad dies on December 5th, 1998, and we're on December 4th, 1998. But anyway, now we're in Jitters, and Nora and Iris talk, and says, Iris says that you're also comforting to Barry because him and his mother were very close, and it reminds him of the days before everything was so complicated. So, that doesn't make Nora feel so bad. But then, Chester goes to meet his dad. I don't know what his dad's name is, man. I'm sorry. But, Chester's fake cover name is John Boyega, and, I'm sorry, Snyder Cut's looking really good right now. Whew. He's trying to buy the device that they need, and sorry, Snyder Cut's looking really good, man. I'm in chapter 5. There's Kilowog, but anyway, God, Chester's dad helps them build it ultimately because Chester's dad has so much love for Chester, and he can't be around, so he hides stuff in the trash to give Chester a feeling of what it's like to dig for something and reward it. And so Chester's dad helps modern day Chester build the machine that they need. God, that was complicated. But we meet Dion again and find out that he's the one who's controlling everything. And sorry, I had to yawn. That he, in present day 2020, is a car salesman. He was going to be an athlete. He was. But then he got injured and everything went wrong for him. And it kind of screwed it up. So he's going back 1998 into his glory days. And here he expands the bubble from Midvale to not Midvale, Masonville, to basically expands everywhere. Um, Sorry for the rude cut. I had to not record. I had to do something, but it expands the central city. We get the opening scene, and we see Frost. She turns into a 60-70 person. We see the Jetsons are on the background, and then they all converge into Star Labs. In my notes, I called this Timeless Team Flash. And Barry and Iris comes in, and Joe's kind of impressed on what Iris looks like, man. Uh, I'd be impressed by that afro too, man. But then Caitlin's there. She's more of an '80s person there, and she basically tracks it down to Midvale and says, "There's nothing we can do." But then in oh god, I gotta stop calling it Midvale, Masonville. Um, Chester is talking Dion down, and was telling Chester basically screws up and is like, Dion, you don't have to control Masonville. You can go anywhere in time, the future, the past, anywhere. And Dion's like, I can control all of time, make my new future. And Chester kind of screwed up there. And I'm kind of interested with the future. We have Godspeed confirmed for this season. We have Bart Allen, and with Abracadabra's name drop of the villain from the future. I don't remember, but could Dion be something in there? But anyway, Barry is back and safe, alive, and he's out of the container. I bet they just gave Grant Gustin a break, but they're back from Masonville, and Chester's like, that was weird. He gives the names, the Still, Sage, and Strength Force, and the Speed Force. I don't know. The Speed Force is being a little sus, but Barry is looking at the Speed Force weirdly this whole time. Like he did. I need to rewatch it. I don't know, but the Speed Force is being sus. Look at that lightning color. It has red, blue, yellow, tiny bit of green. Maybe Nora or the Speed Force is the embodiment of all the forces. I don't know, but Dion didn't want to kill the Speed Force, didn't mention anything about it. But anyway, Chester has the blueprints from his father and what he was working on. And I don't know what he was working on. Maybe I'll have to rewatch the episode. I might. But, I don't know. But Caitlin, no. Frost really liked the 70s outfit, so she's wearing that. But Joe, meets with Frost and says that Kristen Kramer, who he met with the last episode, is basically looking for Frost and is out for Killer Frost's arrest. And Frost is basically like, I'm not Killer Frost. I'm Frost. And I'm not gonna hide anymore. I've been hiding my whole entire life. This is my one chance of freedom. I'm my own person. She can come get me or not. I'm gonna fight it. And that's basically it. But then, here is my Supergirl review. There's a guard being attacked in a blood hospital. Luther and a vampire's there, and it gets attacked by Brainy and then Team Flash. And if you're in the Supergirl review right now, I'm watching the Snyder Cut in the background, so I may get a little distracted at some points. But anyway, the vampire turns into Bat by screaming Bat. Great writing, man. But it gets caught by John, and the Bat basically explains that, or they basically explain that the Bat isn't an actual vampire, it's an alien from the planet Transylvania, and that's where all the vampire stories come from. And he's like, yes, just stories. But they need, his name's Simon. They need Simon, to help them open a portal to the Phantom Zone. Speaking of the Phantom Zone, Kara is there in this episode, and when she wakes up, there are these Harry Potter things. I've seen the Harry Potter movies many times. I don't remember what their name is, but there's these Harry Potter things, and they're sucking life out of them. Dementors. And, but these are the Phantoms in the Phantom Zone. But, back at Team Supergirl, they are meeting, and, they are kind of like comforting Simon, and Simon says that he can't do this because we learn that Simon is gay, and his husband was trapped in the Phantom Zone, and Simon couldn't save him, and he's still in the Phantom Zone. So I don't know if we're going to see Simon for a couple episodes. I don't know. I don't hope so, because Simon is a pretty boring character, but that's just my opinion. But Team Supergirl is like, we need your help, please. Maybe we could save your husband, blah, blah. But then Andrea's meeting with everybody in Catco, and Nia and whatever his name is assigned to Lex Luthor's trial. And the trial is very interesting. Lex meets with Otis and Lillian and to whatever, to say that he's not guilty and he's not gonna go jail no matter what. Anyway, Supergirl's in the Phantom Zone. She got saved by somebody from the Phantoms, and that somebody is revealed to be Jor-El and not Jor-El, Zor-El. And Zor-El kind of saved himself this whole entire time. And Kara basically tells him about Argo, which apparently on Earth Prime is fine and must have been found years before it did in Supergirl because of Jonathan Jordan Kent on Superman Lois. But anyway, they talk, and we talk about what Supergirl saw when she got the Phantoms, and she basically was in Rain's fortress, and she saw everybody she's ever loved dead, and I don't know. Could Rain return this season? I don't know. There's a Mixius Pitalik episode later this season. I think it's 6/11. There were set photos of that. It looks interesting, but Zor-El says there is no escape. But then Lena meets with Andrea, and then later in the episode, this is kind of like a blah 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 thing, but later in the episode, she meets with Lillian. Lillian wants to sell her shares to Lena, so Lena will have full control of LexCorp, but it doesn't ultimately end up like that. But then they're back at Team Supergirl, and they are trying to open the portal, and the portal doesn't open, or I don't know. Yeah, the portal doesn't open, and no, this isn't it. Kelly comes in with Big Belly Burger, and the Simon says that the portal isn't gonna work for 6 months or something, and Kelly's like, "Come on, you can do that." I hate Kelly, by the way. She's another character like Lynn from Black Lightning that I hate. But anyway, we're in the trial, and Eve Tessmacher is testifying, or is gonna testify, and we learn that. But here's the thing with the portal. The portal, Simon fast tracks it, and it doesn't work the first time, which John is a little disappointed by. A little is an understatement. He is very disappointed by, and is very mean to Simon, and him and McGann talk. But here is the interesting point where Eve and Eve testifies against Lex, and Lex tries to turn it against Eve, and ultimately does, by showing that Eve once loved Lex, and Lex didn't reciprocate those feelings, so maybe she just has it out for him, and he brings up the dinner and everything, and it kind of turns against Eve, showing that Lex is kind of right, or he's not right, but anyway. Dreamer needs to test her powers on how to find Kara, and she does, and in the Phantom Zone, and the simulation, it looks like this, and it's somewhere in Midvale High School, which is weird, but we do have an episode, we have a two-parter episode there earlier this season where Nia and Brainy are, which I guess this could make sense on how that will happen later, but Supergirl confronts Zor-El when he is sleeping, and she goes out, and she's basically like, "I'm gonna free us," and stuff, but no, she gets attacked by the Phantoms, and Zor-El saves her again, and they basically argue and fight that we're not gonna leave, nobody's ever gonna get out of here, and stuff, like Zor-El says, but Kara's like, she won't give up, basic superhero thing. I have to say, Zor-El and Melissa Benoist's acting, the actors, their acting is really good in this episode, man. But they're gonna ultimately give it a try to get out. But then, Lex Luthor, it's his trial again, and Lena is testifying against him, and he basically shows his true colors here, and shows that the animal he kind of is, where he's like, I'm far superior to you. I was far superior to you when you were in diapers, and now I always had to help you, blah, 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 blah. And he basically shows his true colors, which I thought would be damning for Lex, man. But no, it is revealed that, well, later, this was not damning for Lex. But, Team Supergirl get the portal to open, and when the portal opens, we see that there are many Phantom Zones, not just one. And Brainy says, because of Crisis on how all the timelines went to one Earth, wrong, multiverse still exists, there are many Phantom Zones, the opposite in the Phantom Zones, and there are an infinite amount of Phantom Zones, and the Phantom Zone is fractured. So, that gives us more episodes for Supergirl to be in the Phantom Zone. I'm guessing she'll get out on, like, episode 6 or 4. I don't know, because 5 and 6 are two-parters. But anyway, Phantoms get out, they attack Team Supergirl, or Super Friends. I don't know how you want to call it. But, Simon needs to get the portal to close, and we get this cool shot of a Phantom versus John. And, he gets the tablet, but when he grabs the tablet, a Phantom, kind of like absorbs his breath like they did in the Phantom Zone. Yeah, but one Phantom gets, the Phantom goes back in the portal. But then we have the trial of Lex Luthor, and we find out that Lex is not guilty. He is a free man, and the charges against him were wrong, apparently. And this surprises everybody in National City. And yes, I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But everybody's surprised, man. But Lillian and Lex go to play chess near the end, and Lex is a free man, which nobody expected. But then we're at the end, and Simon, because of the stuff he breathed in, a Phantom comes out of him, and a Phantom is free in Earth Prime. So now in the Phantom Zone, we see that the Phantoms get around through portals, which Kara and Zor-El were looking at, and they are gonna try to catch a Phantom to escape through a portal. But that is really it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested on where I am at on the Snyder Cut, they are in the Batcave right now. It's chapter 6, and they're in the Batcave right now, and they're arguing that it's right after Cyborg's father died and stuff. But anyway, spoilers for the Snyder Cut, man. I'm sorry. If you're a DC fan and you haven't seen the Snyder Cut, it's kind of on you. But, anyway, give your reviews for these episodes in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Go down in the description and follow our socials if you would like. You really do not have to. I got a haircut. It's on Instagram if you want to know. I would appreciate if you would like it. It would. I don't know. I would appreciate it. But I'm rambling, and we don't have much time left. So stay safe, and bye.